You are listening to the Free to Be Mindful podcast, which invites you along on a journey to learn of mindful living, grow in mental health, and inspire through personal growth. In a world where we can often feel much stress and overwhelm, this podcast provides bite-sized tips and real talk conversations, empowering you to embrace mindfulness and nurture your full potential. I'm your host, Vanessa de Jesus Guzman, licensed therapist, retired educator, entrepreneur, and mom of two. I'm passionate about helping busy moms reduce the overwhelm and to live life intentionally without losing their, well, here we go. Hello and welcome to episode 226 of the Free to Be Mindful podcast. I hope that you're feeling good, looking good, and doing better in this world than you were yesterday. So I'm not sure about you, but I know on my free time and even on not free time, I usually turn to my phone. And the first thing that I usually open is probably Instagram, followed by LinkedIn. And one of the things that I tried out, but really wasn't for me, was TikTok. I don't know if it's because I'm over 40. I don't know if it was because it was too fast paced or probably just because I'm really busy and can't give as much attention to it. So I'm no longer on TikTok as active as I used to be. However, somebody just shared this viral trend that's going around because they know how important it is to me and to my mindful living framework. And one of the pillars of the framework is the aspect of gratitude. So this TikTok trend that's going viral captures a collage of photos with things that are usually inconveniencing or negative with the caption, what a privilege it is to worry about dot dot dot. So think about that. What a privilege it is to have to decide what thing am I going to cook or not cook and just call DoorDash or Uber Eats about. What privilege I have to work a 9 to 5 or to have my own business or to get to do laundry or get to eat leftovers, to move my body, to clean up the toys that my dog played with, or to clean up all the mess that my kids leave behind. Oh, the list can go on and on and on. We oftentimes complain about things that perhaps at one point in our lives we only wished for them, and perhaps other people on the other side of the world wish for them as well. And here we are complaining or just, stating our feelings about it. Because sometimes, yes, even the great things can be a lot, but it is a privilege. And it is, like I always like to say, a get to instead of a have to. So I appreciate this trend because it captures things through a fresh lens. Because what if a lot of things that caused us worry was really blessing in disguise? What if it was just a reminder of the power of choice and the power to wake up to a new day and make the most out of each day, the power to love, to learn, to live again? All of these things are things that we sometimes forget, but think about it. We can have the hardest of days, but if you have a puppy, when you get home, they are just so excited to see you. And the same thing with little kids. Maybe they lose interest in something very quickly. However, the interest where they're giving while you have them, especially when they're babies and they're trying to figure out this thing that we called life, how beautiful it is that they look at things with their bright eyes and are learning about everything. And sometimes through the years, we may get filled with skepticism or we get jaded by things and we forget how beautiful the experience of life really is. Because there are a lot of things that we are very privileged to get to do or to get to have, but sometimes we forget when we don't look at it in this way. November is actually National Gratitude Month. And of course, with Thanksgiving coming up, it's all about celebrating good people and good food and just cherished memories and creating memories in between. But before Thanksgiving actually comes around, or even if you're listening to this after, I want you to think about it. There's a lot of things to be grateful for, and a lot that holds privilege. New episodes of the show you've been binge watching just came out, taking your heels off after a long day of work, drinking a hot cup of tea on a Sunday morning. All of those things are privileges that we get to do. On a deeper level, yes, of course, we're grateful for our family and our friends and the roof over our head and the meals that we get to eat. But when we look in deeper, we're also grateful for watching our kids grow up, for the intimate moments with our partners, for the long car rides filled with conversation and laughter or 90s music, whatever it is that does it for you. In 2003, there was this essay published that defines gratitude as a two-step process. The first, recognizing that one has obtained a positive outcome, and the second, recognizing that there's an external source for this positive outcome. And gratitude can be a feeling of appreciation, thankfulness, of acknowledgement, of special experiences, life lessons, and even the people that bring us joy or that bring us clarity or that bring us love. And even though gratitude can mean different things for different people, it's so powerful that research shows that it impacts a wide range of things, including our emotional well being, our sleep quality, job related emotions, anxiety, relationship building, and so much more. Yet, even with gratitude being such a major part of our health and of our happiness, a lot of people don't know the secret to practicing it, especially when there are roadblocks that sometimes make us lose sight of what we're grateful for. So, when you've had a bad day, does that overshadow the good? Because maybe you were stuck in traffic and maybe you were looking forward to getting home early, or maybe you had plans with your friends that fell through. In moments like these, it can be hard to remember what we're grateful for. But gratitude is one key thing that can help us find the silver lining to life. And there are actually different ways to practice gratitude and even different types of gratitude. I'm going to run through a few of them. We can practice personal gratitude through writing. So, just thinking about journaling or maybe even talking into a voice note what we're thankful for. And when we write down those things, we're reminded about the things that bring us positivity and peace. A study shows that regular gratitude journaling, if that's your thing, shows between 5 to 15% increase in optimism and 25% increase in sleep quality. We can also practice sensory gratitude. This is something that I love doing when I get to go on vacation, when I'm on the beach with my feet in the sand. This is using our five senses to develop feelings of thankfulness. So, if you take a break or if you go on an evening walk, notice the things around you in your community. Doesn't have to be a beach, it could even be the leaves falling off the trees or the crisp air hitting your face. This is actually practicing mindful living using the senses to bring more gratitude into our brains. The third is situational gratitude through immersive experiences, because sometimes experiencing gratitude can be as simple and as quick as a thank you for a situation that you're thankful for. But other times it can be something that breaks tradition and lets our body soak in the feeling of gratitude. So, for example, think about, as I alluded to before, listening to my 90s jams, which is my favorite music to listen to. Almost brings like a visual photo album or gallery of precious moments as each song reminds you of different moments in your life. There's reverse gratitude. Have you heard the saying that there's a light at the end of the tunnel or a rainbow after the rain? These cute little sayings are a reminder that there's going to be situations that require us to dig a little bit deeper of things to be thankful for. So, when we do exercise that have us find things that we're grateful for, especially when we're going through a tough time, it can really change our perspective on life and help uplift us. So, for example, think about a time that you didn't get the end results that you wanted. Did you gain something else in the process, such as a new understanding or end up in a better place because of taking a different path? Then there's transformational gratitude. When we think about where we were versus where we are now, we've probably seen a lot of changes if we commit a few moments to that reflection. Some of it may be growth that we're proud of, and some of it may be bittersweet, like the dual perspective for mothers, right? We can experience the gratitude of being pregnant and then of having these little babies in our hands and then having them grow up, and we can even miss different stages of life that we've been in. And in cases like this, it's not that we aren't grateful for the moments that we're in the right now. We just might need a little bit of a reminder as we reflect on the past, but then really appreciate what we have in front of us in the right here, right now. There's spiritual gratitude, which means a connection with a higher power, the world, energy, God, whatever it is that you believe in. And you can do that through guided meditation, prayer, or just quiet reflection. And there's timely gratitude when you appreciate the things that have occurred already. And you can also be grateful for things that haven't even happened yet. Grateful for the future that we get to create. Grateful for watching our kids grow up and possibly even receive opportunities that we've never received. Grateful for seeing us living out our best lives and our dreams and growing into beautiful, fullest versions of ourselves. So, my friends, at the end of every podcast episode, I always lead you on a guided meditation. Have you ever thought, am I doing this right? Is this how it really gets done? I personally use something that tells me if I am actually in a meditative state, and that thing is called Muse. The headband is equipped with monitors that read your heart rate, your brain waves. It tells you exactly when you're in an active, neutral, or calm state. It's super easy to use. You turn it on, you place it on your head, and you link it to the app. And the app has a ton of guided meditations that you can choose from. Not only do I use it on my own, but I also use it with clients as young as 5 years old. By using the Muse, you get all of the benefits that meditation gives you, like feeling calmer and more relaxed, having more focus and clarity, being better able to handle stress, and being more in tune with your emotions. But you're also going to have that biofeedback in your hands that tells you if you're actually doing it right. And what I love the most is that it really helps you with your sleep. You can get the Muse for your own home at a discounted rate by turning to the link in the show notes below. I hope it's as great for you as it is for me. When we think about why gratitude matters so very much, it's really because it helps us shape our perspective each and every day. It pushes us to strengthen the connection that we not only have with ourselves, but with other people and even with our surroundings. My friends really know that the more you seek, the more you see. So if you're always thinking about the negative and have negative in mind, then you're actually seeking negative things out, and that's what will come. But on the other hand, if you seek to be grateful for at least one simple thing a day, the more things you will see to be grateful for, from the simple pleasures to the things that we can't live without. Take one moment a day, less than 1 minute, to think of at least one thing that you're grateful for, and you'll really see a change in your life. I now invite you to join me on this short guided meditation. So, right now, regardless of where you are or what you're doing, take this time to think about, if you can, 5 to 10 things that you're grateful for. At the end of each day, sometimes our time escapes us, and one thing is okay. But in the right now, your friends, family, your home, the meals that you eat, the experiences you have, the jobs that you have, how you get to serve other people, how other people have helped you in return, your opportunities, your blessings, your talents that you've been blessed with, how you get to use them, and even your future plans that you yet don't have in hand, but that you're already manifesting. There is so much to be grateful for in this world. And let's remember to have a gratitude practice, not only on Thanksgiving, and not only when the going gets tough, but each and every day of our lives. My friends, remember that in a world where you are free to be anything that you want to be, you are always free to be mindful. Thanks so much, and catch you next time. Free to Be Mindful exists because of viewers and listeners like you. If you're enjoying the podcast or felt this week's show resonated with you, please take a moment to leave a rate and review on the platform where you catch your favorite shows. That quick and easy act allows me to see what you're enjoying so I can deliver more personalized content that focuses on learning, growing, and inspiring. It also helps others find the podcast too. Don't forget to subscribe so you can listen along next week. And if you can do me the favor and share this podcast on social or with a friend who may benefit from the message shared today, that would be truly appreciated. In the meantime, I welcome you to follow me on social media across all platforms at Counselor V. De Jesus for more fun content. And remember, my friends, in a world where you are free to be anything that you want to be, you are always free to be mindful. Catch you next week.